1.2 Indices. Index indicates the number of times the base is used as a factor. A is called the base. N is called the index. An is read as A to the power of n. Rules of indices. Okay, number 1, A power of m times A power of n equals to A and all power of m plus n. Number 2, A power of m divided by A power of n equals to A power of m divided by A power of n equals to A power of m minus n. Number 3, A power of m and all power of n equals to A power of m times n. Number 4, A times p and all power of m equals to A power of m times p power of m. For number 5, A divided by p and all to the power of m equals to A to the power of m divided by p to the power of m, where b not equals to 0. Number 6, A to the power of 0 equals to 1, where A not equals to 0. For number 7, A to the power of negative m equals to 1 divided by A to the power of m. For number 8, A to the power of m divided by n equals to n square root of A to the power of m equals to n square root of A and all to the power of m. And the last one, number 9, A to the power of m equals to A to the power of n equivalent to m equals to n. Example 6. Without using calculator, evaluate A 9 to the power of negative 3 over 2, so equals to 1 over 9 to the power of 3 over 2, so equals to, okay, we write 9 with the smallest space, so we get 1 over 3 squared and all to the power of 3 over 2. And then we simplify, we cancel 2 and 2, so we get 1 over 3 cubed. Okay, and then the final answer is 1 over 27. For question B, 0.04 and all to the power of negative 3 over 2, so equals to 1 over 0.04 to the power of 3 over 2, so equals to 1 over change 0.04 to the fraction form, so we get 4 over 100 to the power of 3 over 2. Then we change 4 and 100 to the smallest space, so we get 4 is 2 square over 100 is 10 squared, and then the power of 3/2. Then we write 1/, simplify here, we get 2/10 squared, and then all to power of 3/2. To simplify, we cancel 2 and 2. So we get 1/2/10 cubes. After that, 1 divided by 2/10 cubes. We change 1 divide 2 times 10/2 cube, so we get 5 cube. The last answer is 1, 2, 5. Example 7, simplify a 3 to the power of 5 times 3 to the power of 6 divided by 3 to the power of 4. Okay, from the question, all base are same. So when the base multiply, the index will be plus, and when the same base divide, so the index will be minus. Okay, so from here equals to 3 power of 5 time will be plus 6 and divide by 3 power of 4, so you can write minus 4. So we get 3 to the power of 7, and the last answer we get 2187. Question B, a cube times b and all to the power of 2 divided by a to the power of x times b to the power of -2. So equals to, first step, we solve them into the bracket. Okay, so a 3 times 2 is 6 times b power of 1 times 2 is 2 divided by a power of a times b power of -2. So equals to, then we solve the same base. First base a, so a power of 6 when divided by a power of 8, so you can write minus 8. Then base b power of 2, okay, when divided by b power of -2, so here you can write minus -2. Next equals to a 6 minus 8 equals to -2 times b 2 minus -2, you get 4, and then simplify, we get b power of 4 over a squared. Example A, by using the rule of indices, evaluate the square root of 3 and all cubes times 27 to the power of 1/4 times 3 to the power of -1/4. Okay, first step, we write the question. Square root of 3 cubes times 27 power of 1/4 times 3 power of -1/4. So equals to, change square root of 3 to 3 power of 1 over 2 cubes time, and then change 27 to the smallest base, so we get 3 cubes power of 1 over 4 times 3 power of negative 1 over 4. Okay, and then simplify, we get 3, 1 over 2 times 3, we get 3 over 2 times 3 times 1 over 4, we get 3 over 4 times 3 power of negative 1 over 4. Okay, when the same base is multiplied, so the index will be plus. So here can write the base is 3, and then the index is 3 over 2 times will be plus 3 over 4 times, so will be plus negative 1 over 4. Okay, so we get 3 squared, and the last answer we get 9. Example 9. Find the value of x for the following equation. A, 5 power of x equals to 125. First, we look at the question. We have two terms, so we using comparison both sides. Okay, we write 125 in base 5, so we get 5 power of x equals to 5 cubes. Since the base are the same, we equate the index, so we get x equals to 3. For question B, 27 power of x plus 1 equals to 9 power of x minus 1. Okay, find 27 and number 9 for the smallest base. For number 27, the smallest base is 3 cubes power of x plus 1 equals to, for number 9, the smallest base is 3 squared to the power of x minus 1. Since the base are the same, we equate the index. So you can write 3 times x plus 1 equals to 2 times x minus 1. Okay, then we expand, we get 3x plus 3 equals to 2x minus 2. Then we find the value of x. So here 3x minus 2x equals to, move 3 to the right side, so we get negative 2 minus 3. 3x minus 2x, we get x equals to negative 5. Example 10. Solve the following equation. A, 5 to the power of 2x plus 1 equals to 6 times 5 to the power of x minus 1. First, we look the question. We can see 3 terms here. 1, 2, 3. So, we use the substitution method. From the question, we look the smallest space. The smallest space is 5 to the power of x. By using the index rule, we separate 5 to the power of 2x plus 1. So, you can write 5 to the power of 2x times 5 to the power of 1 equals to 6 times 5 to the power of x minus 1. Then we can write 5 times 5 to the power of x squared equals to 6 times 5 to the power of x minus 1. Rearrange the equation in general form of quadratic equation. So you can write 5 times 5 to the power of x square minus 6 5 to the power of x plus 1 equals to 0. Next, by using the substitution method, let 5 to the power of x equals to y. So you can write 5y squared minus 6y plus 1 equals to 0. Then we factorize, we get 5y minus 1 times y minus 1 equals to 0. Five y minus 1 equals to 0, and here we can get y equals to 1 over 5, or y minus 1 equals to 0, so y equals to 1. Okay, here not the last answer yet, so we have to find the value of x. So we substitute y equals to 1 over 5 into 5 to the power of x equals to y. So 5 to the power of x equals to y, and then 5 to the power of x, y is 1 over 5. Okay, 5 to the power of x equals to, we know that 1 over 5 equals to 5 to the power of negative 1. Okay, since the base are the same, we equate the index. So x equals to negative 1. Okay, then for y equals to 1, so if 5 power of x equals to y, so 5 power of x, y equals to 1. So 5 to the power of x equals to, as we know, 1 is 5 to the power of 0. So since the base are same, we equate the index, we get x equals to 0. Therefore, the answer are x equals to negative 1 or x equals to 0. Question B, 4 to the power of x minus 6 times 2 to the power of x equals to 16. From the question, we look the smallest space. The smallest space is 2 to the power of x. Okay, so we change 4 to the base 2. So we can write 2 squared power of x minus 6 times 2 to the power of x equals to 16. Then we simplify and rearrange the equation in general form of quadratic form. So you can write 2 power of x squared minus 6 times 2 power of x minus 16 equals to 0. Okay. By using the substitution, let's 2 power of x equals to y. And then substitute into the equation. So we get y squared minus 6y minus 16 equals to 0. Then we factorize the equation. We get y minus 8 times y plus 2 equals to 0. Then we find y minus 8 equals to 0, y equals to 8. Or y plus 2 equals to 0, so y equals to negative 2. Here not the last answer, so we must find x, then substitute y equals to 8 into 2 to the power of x. Okay, for y equals to 8, 2 power of x equals to y, so 2 power of x equals to 8. Change 8 to the base 2, so we get 2 to the power of x equals to 2 to the power of 3. Since the base are same, so we equate the index. So we get x equals to 3. Or for another answer, when y equals to negative 2. Okay, so 2 power of x equals to negative 2. Find negative 2 to the base 2, but we cannot change negative 2 to the base 2. So negative 2 undefined. Therefore, the last answer is x equals to 3.